my name is Roxanne, the Tiny Taster, and today's video is delicious Korean pancakes. I ate these all over Seoul in Korea when I'd gone on a trip, and I ate them like at local food vendors and street markets and things like that. Of course, the one I ate was with shrimp and seafood, which was delicious, but you also get pure vegetarian versions which are just as tasty. Trust me, this one is all veg and you're gonna love it. Don't forget to check the link down below for all the details and the written recipe. And without any further ado, let's get cooking.
For this recipe, you're going to need some sliced vegetables. I've used some spring onion, carrot, and zucchini. I have sliced these up into little batons or sticks. The thinner it is, the easier it is. You could use any vegetables. I've just used these. In a separate bowl, you will add a cup of regular flour or maida along with some corn flour, and then add water a little bit at a time and mix this into a paste. Don't add all the water together because then it'll get really clumpy, and you want to make sure that it's a nice running consistency. So just add a little bit at a time. Once it gets thick like this, then you add a little bit more to thin it out till you get a slightly thick but yet running batter consistency. Once your batter is ready, you will mix in all your vegetables, the spring onions, the carrots, and the zucchini. Make sure that you mix it all together so that all the vegetables get coated in this batter. It might feel like it's too much at a go, but it's not. Just be patient. Use a spoon and mix it well so that everything coats properly. This is what your batter should look like, everything mixed all together. And once you've got this stage, leave it aside, let it rest, and we'll get working on a little dipping sauce before we continue. You can have any dipping sauce to accompany this. This is a simple one. I've added some vinegar along with some dark soya sauce. You could also add a light soya sauce, and then I like to add sesame seeds. I've left this free of any spicy sauce, but you could always add a chili or a gochujang or something for an extra kick. Just mix it all together, and this is your perfect little dipping sauce on the side. Now for our Korean pancakes, we'll take a non-stick pan or skillet, add some oil to this, and then gently with the help of 2 spoons, because you can't do this with one, lift a batch of the batter and place it into your pan. You can keep this any size. You can fill up the entire pan and make one massive pancake. You could make small mini ones, or like me, I've used about 2 spoonfuls of this, and then I try to just flatten it out as much as I can so that all the vegetables are not clumped on one side and it doesn't become too thick. It's a little bit even. And then if I see a little bit of space in between, I like to just fill it up with some running batter just so that it's thick and all the vegetables hold together. Nothing gets left behind. You don't have to do this. You could eyeball this if you feel like it needs the little bit of batter in small little pockets and crevices. Go ahead and do so like I have. Just fill it up a little bit and then let this cook for a couple of minutes. Once it's cooked for about 4 or 5 minutes, if you give the pan a little bit of a shake and the whole pancake slides through, then you know that it is firm and cooked on one side. Only when it is firm and cooked on one side like this, with the help of your spatula, you will flip it over and cook the pancake on the other side. If you do this, if it is not firmed, then you will break your pancake. So just make sure that it is cooked on one side before you flip it over. You can cook it even longer so that it browns a little bit and gets a nice color on the pancake, or you could flip it over halfway. It's entirely up to you, but just make sure that the batter and the vegetables cook. So I would say about 4 to 5 minutes on either side. You can flip it back and forth if you want more color, just to make sure that the whole thing has cooked properly. But once it's cooked on either side, you just pop it off and it is ready to serve. Now this is me making a second pancake, so I'm a little bit more confident. My pan is heated through, so it's hotter, it will cook faster. I've used about one and a half spoons of the batter. You can see me just trying to spread it out and make it as thin as possible so that it's not a clunky thick pancake, but it's evenly spread. Again, in little bits, I've tried to fill up with some leftover batter just so that it all holds together and no stick of carrot or zucchini or even celery, if I use that, is hanging out. And then you will never get a perfect round shape. So don't worry about that. Don't worry about the shape unless you use a proper mold, which I don't think is necessary. I didn't see them do that in Korea, though they were more skilled. This is good enough. Again, I let this cook for a couple of minutes till it firms up on one side. Again, once it's cooked, I just give the pan a little bit of a shake to ensure that it is cooked. You can also see it lifting from the sides. The pancake on the side starts to lift off the pan. That means it is definitely cooked. So then with the help of my spatula, again, I just give it a flip and then cook it on the other side for a couple of minutes and make sure that the pancake's cooked completely, has a little bit of color, and it is all ready. Now, traditionally, this is served cut into pieces. So once your pancake is ready, just pop it on your chopping board, and with the help of a sharp knife, make sure that your knife is sharp, just cut it into smaller pieces so that it is manageable to eat, just like this. And then it is all ready. You could serve it with your dipping sauce or any sauce of your choice. Honestly, it doesn't have to be this particular one. You can cut bigger pieces, smaller pieces, however you like, and this makes for the perfect snack. There you have it, your Korean pancakes. These are all vegetarian. You could add some shrimp to this, or seafood, or squid. I don't think you really need to. This is perfect and is healthy, and it is just delicious. The vegetables crisp up so nicely and have a really sweet, tangy taste to it. The sauce helps and adds that extra zing. This is the perfect piece. You would just dip it in, quickly pop it in. Trust me, I made so many of these pancakes and then I didn't have any left to photograph because I kept eating them and the family kept attacking them. So I can assure you they are really tasty and a simple, fun recipe. I hope you've enjoyed this. As always, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. If there's any recipe that you really like or enjoy, or you have any thoughts for me, please leave me a comment down below. I love hearing from you, and I will see you guys very, very soon.